Can you imagine having a map that shows a different place every morning? That's what happened to Bruma, a traveling cat with restless whiskers and the soul of an explorer. Bruma lived in an old tower, on a dusty bookshelf. One day, she found a rolled-up map inside a jar that smelled of mint and old paper. When she unrolled it, the map revealed a forest full of glowing mushrooms. Bruma purred with excitement, put on her backpack, and set off without hesitation. But the next day, the map showed something completely different, a pink desert with camels walking backward. Every day, the map took her to a new place, castles in the sky, floating islands, crystal caves, and seas of milk with cookies drifting along. One day, a city appeared where houses had legs and moved around. Bruma scratched her ear. What kind of magic was this? On each adventure, she met curious creatures. Once, a mole who could play the piano blindfolded gave her an underground concert. Another time, a hedgehog who sold shooting stars gave her one that smelled like vanilla, for when you need to come back, he said. Bruma began to notice the map didn't just show new places, but also situations she needed to experience. When she felt sad, the map led her to gardens that whispered jokes. When she doubted, wise talking trees appeared. But one day, the map turned completely black. No place, no clue, just a note, trust and take a step. Bruma, for the first time, felt afraid. How could she travel with no destination? Still, she took a deep breath and placed a paw outside her tower. Suddenly, the map began to glow. A door appeared right in front of her, on the wall where there had never been anything before. Without thinking, she stepped through. She found herself in a quiet place, with only one thing, another map, but this time, blank. An inscription appeared. Now you choose what to draw. Bruma blinked. What if the map had always been responding to her heart? She took a quill floating in the air. She thought of a forest, of new friends, of meaningful adventures. The map began to draw itself. Bruma realized the map wasn't enchanted. It was her own imagination and desires that made it change. From that day on, she no longer waited for the map. She created it. Sometimes a peaceful place, other times a wild one with chocolate rivers and musical winds. One day, she drew a city where everyone could fly. The next, a fair inhabited by acrobat cats and poet fleas. Bruma began to invite others. Soon, friends from past adventures arrived with their own maps. It was a universe of creators. But something unexpected happened. The map no longer responded, not even to new ideas. Bruma felt like her magic was gone. At dusk, a firefly landed on the map. It glowed brightly and projected a message. The final adventure is inside you. Bruma closed her eyes. When she opened them, she was back in her tower, surrounded by all the places she had created. They were there real. Everything she had imagined had come to life because she believed in it. The map wasn't the power. The power had always been within her. From that day forward, she needed no paper or ink. She just closed her eyes, wished deeply, and the world transformed. Moral: true magic doesn't lie in the objects that guide us, but in our ability to imagine, create, and believe in ourselves. Subscribe and hit the bell for more magical stories that will take you to incredible worlds.